Hey there, it's Dr. Crypto here with another crypto update and Tap Global update too. So, I hope everybody is doing well wherever you are in this world. If you want to sign up to Tap Global, down below in the description is a link with a referral code too. So if you want to use that, I think you can get up to £1 or $1 worth of Bitcoin if you sign up with Tap Global. It's worth just downloading the app, have a check through it, see what you think. If it's not for you, then that's fair enough. If it is, great. But down below is the link. Give it a try. It's free of charge. Doesn't cost you anything. And just check it out. But if you want to give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe. Even a thumbs down if you wish. Yeah, it always helps with the algorithm. It's always much appreciated. So, without further ado, let's get in to what's happening this week in the market, and we'll check out what's happening with Tap Global too. So, let's get straight into it. So the market has been flatlining a little bit. Over the weekend it was dead, yesterday was dead, but then you saw the S&P going up, and you also saw the dollar going up, which is very, very interesting because it's who's going to win this week, because obviously we know that Jerome Powell is testifying on the Hill this week, today actually, and tomorrow. But if you can see here, this is on a daily. Look at the S&P, it's all been going up. And then look at the dollar. It's all been going up. It's like, who's going to win? It's all depending on what Jerome Powell says today. Obviously, the markets are going to basically see how his tone is today. Is he going to come out with some golden nuggets that's going to sway the market one way or the other? Well, that is where the markets will be watching today and tomorrow. As soon as he opens his mouth, everybody will be glued to that TV watching what he is saying, because depending on what he says, if he comes out very hawkish, talking about 50 basis points, and I'm expecting the market could make a sharp move down to the downside, but at the same time, he could be sticking to the path that he's been doing, and he's actually quite dovish. Obviously, that can pump the market up, but obviously, he's data driven. He doesn't care about the market so much at the moment. He's very data driven, and obviously, the data that's coming out this week is going to sway in terms of what he's going to do in the terms of rate hikes. So obviously what data comes in is going to be extremely important, but like I said, look at it, it's just basically the dollar climbing, the S&P climbing, it's all waiting. But guess what, you got Bitcoin, not so much. As you can see here, it's just been going sideways with very little volume. Some people have been saying this is because of Silvergate and the liquidity from that. But obviously, maybe Bitcoin, the crypto market, because at the end of the day, the crypto market, behind these tokens are the investors, and the investors are emotional. So obviously everybody is waiting. So Bitcoin, the crypto market, could be just holding fire. Even though the S&P and the dollar's been going up, but crypto is basically just holding on the sidelines, waiting to see what happens and to get a direction, basically, which way to go. Do we go back up to 24,000, 25,000, or do we drop down to the 21,000, to the 19,000? This is where you sort of got to get prepared for this. You always got to be prepared for these drops as well as these pumps. The pumps are really exciting. I'm a long-term bull, but obviously the drops could come opportunities, and to some people could be quite scary depending on what situation you're in. So it's always best to be prepared and have that that risk management as well. So you can see on here, so basically, we've got this is the important bit here as well, because they've got in their minds that they want to get to that 2%. Now, I've been following some economists who say, well, really, he should be looking at really now around about the 3% mark, even 4% to a point. But he says here that the Fed Jerome Powell participates in hearing by the Senate Banking Committee and the House Financial Service Panel, respectively, to discuss the bank's latest semi-annual monetary policy report published on Friday, March the 3rd. The report reaffirms the central bank commitment to bring the inflation down to 2%. They've got it in their head, they want to bring it down to 2%. And as I just said, Some other economist experts are saying, he should be really looking at 3, maybe even 4% at some point. The latest reading from January shows it stands at 6.4, and don't forget, just like that, we're not going to get 1% down or anything like that. So, but when questioned on rate hikes, Powell is therefore expected to say more interest hikes on the horizon. Is that going to be 25 basis points, another 25 basis points, or is it just going to shoot up to 50? But I think most people still are on the 25 basis points. But we shall see. Obviously, this could change depending on what data comes out, because this is the calendar data before the interest rate decision. So on March the 10th, we've got the jobs report. It's in a couple of days' time. After a surprising strong January report, if jobs growth stronger than expected, February economists expect additional rate hikes in July beyond the 3, which are already expected in March, May and June. So we've got March the 14th, consumer inflation report, all through better than last year. Inflation could be plateauing at well above the Fed's 2% goal. It could remain as high as January suggests the Fed, maintaining a tighter first. March 15, retail sales, a jump will signal central banks may need to keep rates higher. March the 21st to 22nd interest rate decision, the Federal Open Market Committee, the FOMC, will meet to set interest rates. Futures data supply 72% chance the Fed will raise it by 25 basis points at this meeting. Obviously, from here, this here is going to be their catalyst to make their decision in what they do in terms of for the interest rate for the FOMC. So be prepared over this week. If you're leverage trading, just be aware, be careful out there, because when it comes to these kind of things, it can get highly volatile. It could swing either way. You could get wicks to the ups, wicks to the down, and it could stop a lot of people out and get margin called. So if you are doing leverage trading, that's up to you. It's your decision. Everything I say is not financial decision, it's for educational purposes. So you do what you want to do. For me, I'm a long-term holder. I hold long-term. I will do the odd short trade, but that'll be on spot trading. I'll do spot trading, and and I'll just go from there. And if it dips, I'll just add some more to my bags there. So, but beware, this data is important, and it could swing either way. So just be aware of that. So let's have a quick check on seeing what TAP's doing. Right, so looking at the TAP global market price at the moment, as you can see, we're pretty much just going sideways. We're just getting the odd spikes up and the odd spikes down. We all got a lot more buy orders than we have actually sell orders. And we've got obviously just had a bit of sell pressure down the Bitcoin pairs, but we've got a lot of green obviously coming in terms of the buy orders. So, at the end of the day, you're going to get these 8,000 to 9,000% upticks. You're going to you tend to find that you're going to get people start taking profits. And then basically also you start getting the news, potentially is going to come out soon for the USA. So the market ends up going sideways and basically getting anticipation to the news to come out. So obviously when the news comes out, there's a higher chance that it's going to pump to the upside, and it's like if you ever get any negative news, it can drop. But obviously, I think the market at the moment, specifically around this area here, is just basically consolidation. So you are getting whales coming in, pumping it to the up, and then some people will pump it back down and that. So hopefully those kind of big plays, over time, when this is a young company, you're going to get volatility like that. You're going to get the whales manipulating. At some points, you get in crypto, Bitcoin, even that gets whales coming in to manipulate. Big, like gigantic whales, that is. But in this, it's a young market, the liquidity is a bit lower, so it's easy to manipulate. So just bear that in mind. There's going to be people pumping it up and then people pushing it price back down. But the moment we're just in consolidation, so just bear that in mind. Anything I give here isn't financial advice. You always do your own due diligence. You always do your own risk management. You never put more money in you're willing to lose. So remember that. People say because it's not actually pumping up another 9,000%. Some people have been telling me on DMs and that, it's a scam. I want to pump my own bags. I'm pumping my own bags. No, I'm not pumping my own bags. I'm doing this long term, and I'm doing this for the long term, 2 to 3 years. I am not selling. I might take, if it pumps up 100%, 200%, I might take a little bit of profit off. I'm an investor. I want to make money like everybody else. But my long-term goal is 2 to 3 years. I'm not doing this to be bullish in terms of to pump my own bags up. I am doing this because I see the potential it has. So I've got a 2 to 3 year horizon. And like I said, yes, I will take a little bit of profit off. Everybody will take a little bit of profit off if it went up, like I said, 100, 200%, or it went up 8,000%. You're going to, aren't you? We're all in it for the same reason, to make money as well, you know. So I just wanted to get that and be totally transparent on that, because like I said, some people have said to me, I just want to put my own bags. I'm not doing short-term trades. I actually hold a lot of my stuff in Tap Global itself. So, you know, it is what it is. I hold a Tap Global card, and that's what I use sometimes when I go shopping, sort of thing. And when I go on holiday. So, but there we are. So at the moment, it's looking healthy, just a lot of sideways actions, nothing. But if you want to sign up to the USA waiting list, you can go onto Tap Global /USA waiting list, sign up to that, and basically invite a friend and get a surprise reward. So if you invite a friend, you can get a surprise ticket worth up to $100. And then if you follow this, it shows you how it all works. Register with waiting list, share your link to refer, receive a surprise ticket. So yeah, if you sign up, you can get this. You know, so, and it gives you all the information. If you go on the Tap Global website, it will give you all the information you need for that. So, but looking on the Crypto Saving Expert, which is which Jordan has created, and it's a really good website. You can go to cryptosavingexpert.com. But looking at Tap Global on the weekly, it's a buy order. So yeah, obviously I don't look at 1 minute ones because they're obviously going to be very fluctuant. So, but on the weekly, it's given us a nice whopping buy order. So it's looking really healthy. And you know, like I said, I don't look at the short term. I'm looking at long term for Tap Global. Tap Global has a long term future. And when we come into this bull market and we get this, or we get all various news with new partnerships and such like, you know, it's going to pump up the price, obviously, like, you know. So, but remember, the longer you hold, and we start getting into that bull market, because don't forget, we've been in this really horrible bear market for months and months and months and months, and you know, at some point we will come out. We will start to come back into a bull market. And obviously, like I said in the video, we've got a lot of things to consider this week as well. So, but just hold tight, look for the future. Don't look at the 1 day or 2 days or a week. If you're going to invest in something like this, for me, it's a long-term hold. Unless you are trading and you want to just trade and get these pumps. But obviously, you know, that's up to yourselves. But for me, I'm not pumping my bags. I'm here for the long term, like everybody else. And like I said, if it pumps up, you know, not at 100% or 8,000%, I will take a little bit of profit off. Who wouldn't? So remember, I'm not pumping my own bags. I'm just long-term bullish. That's all. So if you like this kind of content, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you soon in the next video.